Hello, everybody. This is Ari. I'm your online business coach for yogis, healers, and spiritual entrepreneurs, all who us want to bring wellness to the world. And today we're talking about websites that sell. And I'm super excited about this particular session, this business satsang, because of one main thing. First of all, I want to make you money. But overall, when you're creating a website or a landing page or any sort of marketing material, the steps that we'll learn today are going to be very useful for anything else that you create in the future, because we're going to have certain concepts in mind and we can just rinse and repeat. I'm all about being efficient and effective, and we're going to start with the most important thing, which you'll see. So websites that sell so that you can make some money. Clarity in your customer journey. This is vital. And when I say vital, I mean, if you don't have this, then go back. And you can actually watch the last episode where I talk about your mission and vision and how clarity is very much aligned to that. So clarity is your customer journey, right? If the customer is confused, they're not going to buy. They're going to leave. They're out. Peace. Okay. People have the attention span of an ant. And the reason is your phone, right? Your child, your distractions, life. So we need things to be given to us quickly. I mean, we can order something from Amazon today and it will arrive in our house tomorrow or sometimes the same day. So we're used to instant gratification. And if that doesn't happen on your website or on your landing page, sales page for your product or program, then guess what? You're toast. And it's all about them, right? The client doesn't want to really sit there and learn all about you, like read things that don't pertain to them. There's an emotional connection that needs to be made. And I'm going to ask you, what is the first thing that they see and feel? Feel here is the magic word. Okay. So if you're speaking to them on that emotional level versus a logical level, then great. But if you're not, ask yourself, what can I change? How can I connect with them? And this applies to you if you already have a website or a landing page, or if you need to build one. You'll see that, for example, in certain pages that you see ads for, they're strategically created so that you get driven to an action. And we'll talk about that in a moment, right? All the energy gets driven to one thing, take an action. And for example, I did this with one of my clients, Victoria. We recreated a page for her paint parties. And when we shifted just a few things, added some emotional connection points, we restructured her value and made it easy for people to buy, which is one of the points that we'll cover today. She got 11 signups for her class. That's huge without much effort. Okay. So you want to make it all about them. And actually something that she told me was that one of the women that signed up, who is the most money saving, she doesn't spend on things that aren't vital. She said, wow, I'm getting so much value for the class. So keep listening. Okay. But your client wants to be seen, felt, and heard. So what makes a customer stay? Let's map their journey. And we're going to look at this from the bottom up. Okay. If we're making it all about them, then we really need to understand who they are, right? Who is your customer? And I know you just said everyone, but no. Maybe you have one type of person, maybe you have multiple avatars, okay? And if you have multiple ones, then who are you speaking to at that moment? Because guess what happens? The minute that you disconnect, you lost them. Once again, right? This is very important. So let's have them self-identify themselves with the issue they know they have. Then let's make them connect. And this is by you addressing a problem and you're empathizing with them. And then finally, how are we providing a solution? This is the sale. Okay. So issue they know they have, problem that you're empathizing with, and solution, which leads to a sale, because who doesn't want their problem solved? So for example, if you're telling me, Ari, I have a website that I hate, it's not connected to me, it's old, it's outdated, it's not generating me sales. And I say, well, how about I provide you a service, my realigned and upgrade, and I can fix all these problems for you, then this is an easy transaction. But if you don't know what I do, then how can I solve the problem for you? Just saying. Emotion sells, right? Psychology Today, which is a very renowned magazine, and who've actually not done just one study, but several studies about purchasing behavior. Studies show that positive emotions toward a brand have a far greater influence on consumer loyalty than trust and other judgments, which are based on a brand's attributes. So a brand's attributes are the what. What we're talking about is the why. And again, if you look at last week's episode, this is exactly what I'm saying. The why. We're creating a culture. We're indoctrinating your customer to feeling seen, heard, and loved. So if emotion sells and you open up a website that's full of facts, for example, I worked with my client Patty and Libby, and we were creating a website for the retreat business. When I opened this website, guess what happened? It was like fact, 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 fact. So we had to recreate the entire site, recreate the entire marketing approach so that it was more why-centered and made it easy for people to buy. Their checkout cart was a hot mess too. So if it's not easy for someone to buy and the customer is confused, what are they not doing? Buying. You got it right. So your strengths and how to solve a problem are what we want to highlight. So if we know their problem, which means we know our client inside and out, we know their pain points, we know where they're hanging out, and not just like, on social media or Instagram, like what groups are they in? What are the types of emails that are in their inbox? What are they searching for on Google? This type of stuff is super important. So if we know how to solve that problem, then again, we're winning. Why would somebody sign up for your teacher training? What are their gaps that they need to be filled with? Why would somebody go to your yoga retreat? Or why would somebody sign up for your acupuncture service? Do they have a pain? Is it a physical pain? Is it a more feeling like are they lethargic? Are they overweight? The more that we know and that we specialize in solving that problem, guess what? We also get higher fees. Okay. So know your audience and their needs. Can you point 5 of their biggest problems quickly? And is it showing on your site throughout the text and images? 5. I want you to find 5 things. So you can pause this, unless you're live, you can pause this and then identify 5. Okay. Once you've done that, and I trust you did it because those who take action and actually do the work are the ones that succeed, because you could just watch this and do nothing. But if you know 5 of their problems, let's pick something pretty general here. Stressed out because they have no time. They're feeling overwhelmed with life. They've gained weight. They now have more anxiety and stress that's built up, and they're seeing that their cholesterol levels are rising. Okay, 5 problems. Those are all things that you, a wellness entrepreneur, could probably solve through diet, exercise, meditation, yoga, essential oils. I mean, I was a health coach for a long time, and that's pretty much what I did. So it was wonderful. So know your audience and their needs. Now, here's a little bonus. Okay? And this was something that was a big shift for me. know the problem that they have and that they're willing to share. Okay, and I learned this from one of my previous business coaches who learned it from a marketer. What problem do they have that they're willing to share? I'm overwhelmed and stressed out. I have 2 kids and I work all day. That's normal. I have 1 kid and I work all day. And sometimes I feel like I'm overwhelmed and stressed out. Okay, that's 1. 2, problem that they know they have, but maybe they're not willing to share. And I've used this one before. I'm overwhelmed, stressed out, not feeling sexy, not feeling like I have a sex drive. I'm sure a lot of women could relate to that. Problem that they don't know they have, but they're not willing to share. I wonder what that could be. Feeling stressed and overwhelmed is a problem they know, but toxic and inflammation levels are rising in their bodies, in their systems. What else is happening? Lack of sex drive leads to depression. So if now we see these 3 different layers, then when we're creating our website and our marketing, we can address those things in a way that feels natural and doesn't feel salesy. So call to actions, AKA CTAs. Are they clear? How are you moving your customer around? Is it easy to click on something, or are they confused? So this can relate to lots of different things, but mainly you want to know, am I helping my client take the desired action in easy, identifiable ways? How are you moving them around? Are there buttons? Are there strong headlines? Or is it a bunch of text that just flows and is unlegible? One thing I learned from one of my teachers when I was in college is when you're designing or any sort of marketing material, you need the eye to jump. And this still applies today, and that was 20 years ago that I learned that. You need their eye to jump. Meaning, if I'm not reading, I need whatever my eye is jumping to make a complete sentence related to the problem that I have that I need solving. So if you have these tiny headlines, or if you have little words and you don't have graphic elements or images that can also portray a message, then again, you've potentially lost your client. So are they confused? Are they lost? And is your map clear enough? Answer yourself that question. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to drive to the sale, right? Like sometimes we make it hard for people to buy from us. Just make it easy. Sign up today, get your product, claim your offer. Have clear, concise call to actions. Drive the person to the sale and nurture them from the beginning, right? So ask yourself if you're doing these 3 things. These are very important, by the way. Getting their email right away and staying connected. This is maybe through social media or maybe through email marketing, because you should have an automated nurture sequence. Are you giving them value and a taste of what to expect? And are you resonating with their needs? Okay, because the journey to a sale, ask yourself again, are you doing this every time you create a page, or can you do this, right? Potential customer feels heard, is guided, builds trust, takes an action, you make some money. And at the end of the day, you know that you made money as a wellness entrepreneur. They've been helped. You've given them a Reiki session, theta healing, acupuncture. Okay, so ask yourself, is this what's happening every time I build a site or I build a sales page or anything that is forward facing? Okay, because once you make these shifts, you speak to them and help them overcome problems and objections. You create the flow of customer journey before you start, and you're clear on the outcome of the action you want them to take, then you're setting yourself up for success. To hear and see what you guys are doing. So if you want to follow me on Instagram, ari.biz.yogi, and tag me, or join my Facebook group, this would be a wonderful place for us to keep connecting on what we're putting out there. Remember, the theme of my company is create and radiate, and what a better way for us to create a community. And also for those of you who are looking for some next steps, looking for guidance, I want to introduce you to my new program. What we'll do together is go from meh to wow with your website or landing pages. And what you really are looking for is to create an opportunity for you to show up, shine, and rock it. And if you're interested, the website is soulbrandbusiness.com. And it's really about realigning and upgrading your website or landing page or funnel, for those of you who have a funnel, because you want to turn viewers into clients with ease and joy. And if you're ready to realign your brand, you'll just go check out the website and let me know if you have any questions. You can send me a message right here, but it's really about creating that connection. And next week, we'll also be talking about different ways that you can maximize the cart value when you're doing a checkout, how you can make sure that we don't lose customers in the checkout process and create a win-win situation for everyone. So I'm so excited that you guys were here. Thank you so much for watching. And remember, I'll see you on the next video when we connect to grow in these business satsangs. Have a wonderful day.